What you guys, got another video here for you. Now we all know that Windows occasionally does need some form of maintenance, and this tool that we're going to be looking at, the Windows maintenance tool, is a great way of sort of fixing any sort of niggles that you might have, or just carrying out general maintenance on your Windows PC. It's on GitHub and it is free, and you can use it without any sort of restrictions. It's a fully comprehensive Windows maintenance toolkit, and it will do jobs like update and software, system health and repair, network and DNS, things like network tools to flush out your DNS, reset your Wi-Fi, full network repair, all that sort of stuff you can carry out with this particular tool. It's packed with useful stuff that you can use on a daily basis. The tool is getting regularly updated, so it's something that you can rely on. We need to download two of these items here, this batch file here, and also the PowerShell script we need to download. So I'm going to go ahead and download these, and you can see it was recently updated 6 hours ago at the time of making this video. So I'm going to download both of those files, and they're probably going to be in my downloads folder. So these are them right here. I can right click on this batch file, click run as administrator, click run, and you'll see a prompt box popping up. I'm going to say yes here, and then the actual application will start. Once the application fully opens, it should look something like this. There's a tiny little prompt box down in the bottom left hand corner here, and it's doing some checks right now for package updates. So it's broken down into categories on the left by using the navigation pane here. Updates, winget, tweaks, system health, network and DNS, firewall manager. We've got drivers, cleanup, utilities, support and credits, and release downloads. So when we click on these, it will open up a window, but it's doing some scans at the moment. So I'm going to skip that bit for now and go into the tweaks section. Now, the tweak section is packed with useful tweaks. So we're going to go and take a look at the performance tweaks here. So we've got services to manual. This is going to set all your services to manual, which will give you more system resources. And of course, these can be completely reversed. You've got enable hibernation and disable hibernation here. So depending on what setting you want to set up, you can reverse it. We've got disable superfetch or enable superfetch. Once you've disabled it, you can reverse that by enabling it again. You can enable the ultimate performance right here and enable the memory compression, or you can disable the memory compression right here. And it gives you a little speech bubble there, which you can read, which gives you information. I'm going to go ahead and set all these services to manual as well. But down the bottom here, there's a Apex bloatware removal, and you can see right here we've got app name, package name as well. So let me just go ahead and do some of these right here and take a look here. So on this section here, this is where you can remove the bloatware apps. So you can load up your apps right here and click on this and it should load them up. We also have Hyper-V, WSL, Sandbox, .NET 3.5, NFS client, and also Telnet and some other stuff here, which you can enable through there. Here we have the services management right here, so you can optimize your services. You've got restore to defaults if you want to do that, and you can actually view your services as well. So that's what you've got the option there. So scheduled tasks, we also disable telemetry and tracking tasks here. You can just disable those if you want to. You can even view them, and it will take you to the location where you can view them. So if you're setting up PCs on a regular basis, this is quite useful to go through and use these settings. We also have Windows Update presets. So you've got default, security only, and also disable all updates. Obviously, disabling all updates would be ridiculously risky, but putting them to security only is perfectly fine. So let's just take a look at the load apps section right here. Inside here, this is where we can debloat the system and remove the pre-installed built-in apps on that operating system. You can highlight these and you could just click remove selection or selected, and you can also remove all by removing all that are inside this little window if you wanted to. So we're only in the tweak section right here, and I can imagine this as it progresses will just get better and better in the future when they do more updates to this particular tool. So looking at the system health, very useful here. SFC scan, you've got DISM check, and you've got DISM restore, and you've got check disk as well. And of course, if you click on these, it's going to open up check disk and ask you to run a disk check on that system. I'm not going to do it in this video, but these are very useful for people that don't want to go into the command prompt window, and it will do it all for you. Network and DNS, again, show IP config, flush DNS, reset your Wi-Fi, full net repair here. We also have save route table, and we also have view route table right here. Your DNS servers, you can change them right here if you needed to do that. You can change them over. You've also got DNS over HTTPS, and we also have host file manager on there as well, which allows you to do the host file. Let's take a look at Firewall Manager and see what that has to offer right here. So this is just going to be an area where you can block and allow certain things through the firewall. You can modify it, enable it, disable it, and delete it, export and import as well, and restore back to defaults as well. So basically, you would just come in here, find an area that you want to change. For instance, like this one here, you can click block and you can click save, and it would block it as well. Let's take a look at driver management. Again, you can generate a driver report. We can export our drivers. We can remove ghost driver devices, and also we can clean up old drivers as well and restore drivers. And the log file will be in the data directory. Let me just quickly go back there and show you. So inside the data directory, you should have installed drivers. There'll be a log file here, and it will give you all of that information right there for installed drivers on that PC. Also in that list, we do have some other options like disable driver updates, enable driver updates, and also disable device metadata and enable device metadata as well. So you've got plenty of options inside your driver management section right there. I'll just click on this one right here so you can see what happens. Clean old drivers. Driver store is already clean, so there's no data in there. But if you wanted to clean it, you could click that and it would clean out the old drivers. Let's move on down to cleanup. Should imagine this is some form of disk cleanup. Yeah, we've got disk cleanup, delete temp files, fix shortcuts, and so on. So you can see it's got this nice little app here. You can check mark what you need to do, and you can click on clean selected, and it will run a bunch of those things on the PC. We've got fix shortcuts, clean registry keys, and also clean Xbox data as well. If you've got issues with your Xbox, you can clean that data. Let's take a look at utilities right here. So we've got system information report, and we've got trim SSD. So if you've got SSDs on the system and your SSD supports the trim, you can run this right here, and it will run a trim command on that particular SSD. It's not going to do it on this system because we are in a virtual machine, so it's going to give us an error. But again, you do have some other options like a task scheduler and also some context menu builder and so on. So you can also repair your settings like repair updates SVC, and you've got some restart the updates SVC as well. And we also have some other options available inside there. So let's take a look at the supports and credit, and this is just going to give you some areas to join their Discord, report an issue, light mode, dark mode, and support both of these creators right here as well. So that is in the support and credit section, and you've got the release downloads as well. So if there's any sort of updates, you can check this out, and it will tell you what release and downloads that you have. Let me just quickly go back up to the very top, updates and Winget. You can see the list right here. So you've got the software catalog, so you can install software from here as well. If you need to look for something, you can do a search like this, VLC, and it will give you the links for VLC inside Winget. and you'll be able to download and install them. Just make sure they're from reputable sources, otherwise you can get yourself into issues, and you can install the selected file like so, and that will go ahead and download and install VLC onto that PC. So what do you guys think of the Windows maintenance toolkit? I think it's pretty decent, and I think it will be quite useful to keep onto the system. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. My name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Big shout out for my YouTube members. I appreciate the support, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.